August 13th. Okay. So we've gone up a month. Ooh. Okay, these are lighting up, computers lighting up. Let's read this one. Case study report. We got a new case study. 8/4/2070, I don't know, 2. Why not? 2. Regular conversations with C0458, aka Caution, aka Pavel, have continued. Contrary to what I witnessed while observing his classroom, C0458 has been inquisitive and willing to cooperate with my study in our one-on-one interactions. Yeah, because we're not being jerks to him, really. We're letting him be his neurodivergent self. It's less strict, so he's thriving a little. It is my firm belief that C0458's intelligence is not below the norm. Rather, the teaching methods used by the YTDI are insufficient to engage him. Exactly. What his instructors have labeled as acting out appears to instead merely be an expression of boredom. Considering the number of children the YTDI has under its roof, I do not believe that C0458 is the only trainee having difficulty with their assignments. Definitely not. I've noted that his squad's instructors rarely encourage creative solutions to exercises and instead prefer completion of tasks to a set rubric. Standards-based teaching methods often produce results that look good on a spreadsheet, but they rarely result in significant information retention or well-developed critical thinking skills. On top of this, children with learning disorders are often left behind. Yup. What worries me is that C0458's antics often result in his entire class being punished for his actions. This is what I'm saying. They're pitting the kids against each other. They have them in squadrons to self-regulate. The entire class gets punished for his actions. That's not good. That's not good. That's gonna get you bullied. The intent behind this measure is to emphasize that the squad is a unit. A failure on one member's part reflects on all of them. No. Perhaps this is successful in other squads, but in C0458's case, all they seem to have managed to do is other him from his peers. Probably wouldn't support him just whooping him? No. There's gotta be some, like, in between to those two things. There has to be. Dr. Deidre Destrange. Okay, we've read the case file. We have phone. Let's read her diary, see what she's actually feeling right now. August 12th, 2072. We've decided it's 2. I wasn't prepared for the number of trainees who were happy to be at the YTDI. The number of trainees who were overjoyed just because they had clean clothes and sheets. Yeah? And money doesn't necessarily buy quality, but STOP really isn't cheaping out on their school and board. Just their food. Only their food. They could dispose of him as a failed test subject, but why would you suggest that? I did not suggest that. I did not. I didn't say anything. They could. I'm kinda surprised that they wouldn't, though, considering what they're doing to them, or what they're going to do to them, I should say, I guess. They're practically throwing money at this program, even if the staff sometimes treat the trainees carelessly. The trainees are given a rigorous curriculum of maths, literacy, physical education, and self-defense. Why the self-defense? Who knows, but self-defense. But the instruction is cold. I'm not a teacher, but I know that I only learned to love science because a physics teacher told me I'd be a good fit for her club. If she hadn't shown me personal attention, where would I be now? No amount of punishment could have made me Dr. Destrange. That is true. That is true. That just really depends on the person, though. Some people will thrive in this environment, and some people won't. At all. I would not. I'd be distracted. One time, I watched C0458 and a squadron line up to receive the results of their grammar quiz. Like, I feel like I do, like, well enough, but I'd get in trouble for doodling, like C0458 does. I'd absolutely get in trouble for doodling. It wasn't hard for me to guess how well each trainee did. Some shied away from their squad mates. The others threw their heads back in relief. But when CO458 arrived at the front of the line, what did they do? What? I have to do another makeup quiz? But I studied really hard this time. Not hard enough, I'm afraid. The quiz will start at the time I wrote. See you then. No, no, no. That's gonna get in the way of my crafting time. Yeah, do not get in the way of his crafting time. That's sacred. Why can't it be? There's no point in throwing a tantrum. You're going to take the makeup quiz at the time I set, whether you like it or not. Now go. It's rude to hold up the rest of your squadron. Oh, spitting at her. Psst. You're gonna get in trouble, kid. Don't do that. Again? Stop. You're gonna get in more trouble. You're gonna get the whole class in trouble and then you're gonna get bullied. Stop. Alright, everyone. 10-minute penalty. See? I told you. I told you. Line up against the whiteboard. Quietly. CO458. You'll be in the middle. Kid's a little shit. The kid's struggling, I think. It's just not at all set up for him. They could be flexible and he'd thrive a lot more, but they just aren't. As CO458 dragged his feet to the front of the classroom, I watched the other trainees. Some of them rolled their eyes at him. Others gave him a bitter glare. Given the way the teachers pitted the trainees against CO458, I wasn't surprised they disliked him. To them, he was a dead weight to their squadron. An underperforming troublemaker. And to me, he was... Seeing no one help him left an indescribable emptiness in my chest. Children like him aren't dumb. Pitted them against him? He could have just followed the fucking rules? I mean... They could not have the entire class be punished for one kid's actions, too. They could just punish him, and then the rest of the children wouldn't hate him, and then maybe he'd do better. Maybe he'd do better. If you treat them this way, they'll learn that their performance determines their worth as a person. I've known college students who've found that level of responsibility overwhelming, but these trainees are elementary schoolers. They need coaching to get things through to them. Frankly, I'm surprised there aren't more stragglers. I acknowledge the YTDI is a new program and STOP isn't an educational organization. Growing pains are far from the course. Angie's been listening to my criticisms. She's not stonewalling me, but she's defensive and practiced at it. What's up, Odin? Stealing my pepper jack cheese? Don't steal my pepper jack. I like that pepper jack, thank you very much. I was gonna use it on a sandwich at some point. She's always ready to fire off statistics in response. Half of the trainees were illiterate before they came here. She's very defensive. Very defensive. Now, 98% are performing above metrics. Meanwhile, when I ask about my own suggestions for the YTDI, she claims they're in queue to be heard. That there's a long chain of command to go through. Okay, alright. So we can't change anything because there's a long queue to deal with stuff. She is listening to me. Is she though? Is she? Except when it comes to the use of cybernetics. Angie says they're helping disabled trainees, but she brushes off their side effects as easily as if we were discussing fringe theories in the classroom. And whenever she does, I can't help but wonder, how are those trainees coping with technology grafted to their bodies? Did they ask for these enhancements? Did they? I don't know. Do I want my research to be associated with these procedures? Well, I'll try to be patient with Angie for now. Convincing people takes time. Besides, the YTDI has other problems. What are the other problems? The trainees sleep in a panopticon. No matter where their rooms are, there'll be guards and cameras peering inside, so absolutely no privacy? That's weird. The games, books, and shows they have access to are limited in their themes. Of course, yeah. And I've seen more than one trainee tense up whenever I pass by their dorm's window. Uh-oh. I'm sure the staff are miserable too. The guards eat their meals while they're on duty. The teachers' curriculums are stringent. It's a wonder the researchers can see their screens when they're blatantly ignoring what's in front of them. If STOP wants its own boarding school division or JROTC program, more power to them. But I wish the YTDI wouldn't be so cavalier with cybernetics. Overbearing with security measures? Draconian with education? I don't know. The more I think about it, the less I want to write. I hope Angie was right about my suggestions being in the queue. She's not. I have this dreadful feeling that change can't come soon enough. D. Here we go. Our meeting with little caution. CO458, caution, Pavel. Will we get to see his friend again? I kind of hope we see more of his friend, even though I think it'll be very sad at the end.
Oh, the video camera wasn't on.
Hi.
Oopsie. Guess the world will never know the results of our grand Scrattle match, huh?
I won. It's quite a shame. Your skills have improved tremendously. But I lost again. Well, I was Scrattle champion. You just learned this rule set a couple of weeks ago. I mean it. You are very good. I think you could go toe-to-toe with Shriya now. Aha! Have you foolish adults finally evaluated my reading ability? Oh, wait. I don't think Shriya knows how to play Scrattle. Oh. For some reason I thought she did. You don't know words? Big limitation? Yeah, no, we're an adult and this kid forgets words like I do. Not a very good match there. Could you teach her? From what you told me, I think she'd also make a wonderful player. Maybe. I don't know if I'll have time, you know? What do you mean? Are you getting cybernetics soon? Are you getting your eye soon? Did something happen? Can I tell you a secret? Okay, yeah. So, my teacher asked me to stay behind in class. I thought he had spotted me drawing again, but he told me I didn't have to study anymore because one of the researchers had talked to him. Okay, that's strange. What did they tell him? Well, they said, I'm gonna go through my first processing. Processing? What's that? We don't know? We don't know what that means, excuse me? I don't know. Problem solved? I guess if he doesn't have to study anymore, he doesn't have to study. None of us know. I mean, I know that everyone gets processed eventually. And that processed trainees graduate. Uh-oh. And that when you graduate, you leave the initiative. That's rather vague. So, are they getting rid of him? Oh god. That's what I said. They must be hiding something. I don't know what's gonna happen to me. When I think about it at night, I can't sleep. It makes my skin all prickly. But you wanna know what's really strange? None of my squad mates are getting processed with me. Yeah? Yeah, that's strange, buddy. Is that unusual? Yeah. We always see other trainees leave for processing in groups of 2 or 3 or 4. Never one. C0458, I'm not stupid. I know why I was picked. Squeaky wheel gets the grease? I suppose so. It's cause I doodle in class. It's cause you doodle in class and you talk back and you get everyone in trouble. Yeah. Cause I forget my homework. Oh. I wonder if that gets the whole class in trouble too. Cause when it's time for group projects, none of my squad mates want to work with me. Mm-hmm. And cause whenever I try to talk to someone, they always act so tired. Wonder if he's meant to be autistic. My squad, the other trainees, even my teachers, I know they want me processed. I sense it, even when they don't speak to me. Because they all hate me. I don't think that's true. I think it kind of is, but I think it's, again, part of the, like, getting the entire class in trouble for this one kid. I feel like they wouldn't hate him nearly as much if they didn't all get in trouble. I don't know. Oh, true. Shreya doesn't hate you. Or Shreya, I'm sorry. Shreya doesn't hate you. She's in a different squad. She doesn't have to be around me when we do class. If she was always getting punished because of me. Well, I like you too, but we're not getting punished either. How about that? You're just saying that because of your case study thing. No. No. I mean it. You're a talented artist. Your excitement is infectious. You're much smarter than people give you credit for. And I think you're lovely just the way you are. Can I ask you something? Go right ahead. Could you visit me as soon as my first processing is over? Of course. I mean, my case study requires it. Don't say that. Just say yes. Just say yes. Pinky swear? Pinky swear. And if you break your promise? You can, break my finger? Don't tell that kid that. No! Really? He's too excited. Don't tell him that. No, that's not how it... Please don't. Please don't. But I will come back for you, no matter what.
I promise.
We promise. We'll come back for you, buddy. Okay, so to the phone this time. To the phone. We've done that, and that. Yeah, nothing else. Let's see, are we talking to Iris? Yes. Deidre, did you censor anything from your talks with Tan? From what I can read, she's far from honest. See, that's what I'm saying. She's not honest with us at all. Angie isn't some zealot. She's a brilliant scientist and a dear friend. I just need a little more time to get her on my side. It's never gonna work. It's never gonna work, I'm sorry. It's been 3 months, especially since it's been 3 months. When I said she was rigid, I wasn't kidding. Yes, but she broke the rules that one time. Using the students, the trainees, crafting room when you're not supposed to, that is not rigid. That is breaking rules. But you know, talking to her made me think. If we rebuild the YTDI from the inside out, that's never gonna work. That's gonna be so much money and they're not gonna want to do it. They feed the children food brick. It could be a net positive for children everywhere. 4 months ago, you were afraid of the YTDI would leave you with a foul legacy. That your research on cybernetic sync rates would make you the mother of cyborg children. Now you want to rebuild the YTDI? If they got rid of the cybernetics, I'm confident that STOP could turn the YTDI into a competent institution. Yeah, but the cybernetics is the entire point. Like, that's the entirety of their point of doing this. There's no other point. They aren't taking kids in from orphanages out of the kindness of their hearts. They're wanting to cybernetically enhance them. Competent institutions don't feed kids lab scripts, see? Make cakes instead of bombs? Everybody gets better? Yeah, just change the company entirely. Yes, that's all we need to do. I'm not going to burn everything down for a better future. It's not incompatible with what you want, Iris. Okay, what does Iris want exactly? Hydrate? I will hydrate. Think, Deidre. STOP is a security organization, not a charity. They offer peace of mind for sale. They'd do anything to keep world leaders lining their pockets. Why else would they be enhancing children except for their own benefit? Exactly. They only give cybernetics to physically disabled trainees. Okay, but they're literally doing it. To caution. And he is not physically disabled. Unless you count a neurodivergence as a physical disability. Which I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I doubt those trainees asked for them. This argument is unproductive, Iris. Look, let's say the YTDI was shut down tomorrow, like you clearly want it to be. I thought that's what we wanted to. I thought that's what we were doing, but I guess not. I guess not. Gonna be physically disabled? Nah, you can't do that to that kid. You can't do that to that kid. Where would all the trainees go? Probably back to orphanages, unfortunately. Who else would have the resources and the will to take all of them in? STOP didn't make the YTDI with kind intentions. I can tell you that much. Don't be so conspiratorial. Don't be so blind. We've been duped by our quote friend. She's lying to us. I feel like she knows way more than she's letting on, and she's just being like PR for the entire thing. Your research built the foundations for this program. I know. Then speak up. Do we speak up? Do we? We probably do, and then that's what sparks the entire thing. August 29th? So not quite a month, not quite a month. I wonder if this is when Caution gets their cybernetic eye. Because I think the arm was after. Oh, we have a whole CD over here. Computer is a no today. Okay, we've got file, we've got diary, we've got a CD. Case study. What's happening now? 8/14, so that's only 10 days, a little over a week since the last one. Focused study of CO458 is on hold while the subject undergoes processing. Observations of CO458's former squad have continued in the meantime with little to report. Without CO458's presence, classroom time is quiet and proceeds evenly. Conducted short interviews with trainees in his cohort. Anxiety about future graduations is high. Oh, okay. So everyone is anxious about the graduations because they don't know what's happening. We don't know what's happening, honestly. Currently seeking clearance to visit CO458 in recovery. Will update after I've had an opportunity to do so. So graduating gets you a cybernetic enhancement, but then what? Or is the cybernetic enhancement not part of the graduation? I don't know. That's it? Okay, diary time? August 20th. So about 6 more days, almost a week again. Where could CO458 have gone? The security board told me that it would be at least another week before he'd return. Of course, they didn't mention anything about processing. Processing. It sounds scientific, but it could mean practically anything. And if it happens to involve cybernetics... No, there's only so much they can do before puberty. Oh. I wonder if that's... graduation. Okay. It should be minor. Maybe even... it's gonna be an eye or something. Why am I still trying to rationalize this? I've deferred to stop and all its excuses, despite having the proof right in front of me. They want to use my research to modify children. Why? I don't know, and frankly, it doesn't matter. If the YTDI really was serving the greater good, why have Angie and her co-workers acted so evasive? Took you long enough. So secretive. I can't afford to be humble or gracious or cowardly anymore. I know more about cybernetics than every other researcher in their department put together. And yet, I allowed myself to be cowed. I acted respectfully. I never caused a scene, because I cared much more about appeasing Stop than doing the right thing. I can't look away anymore, so they shouldn't be able to either. I'll finish my reports. We gotta thrust it in their faces, make them see what they've wrought. I'll be diplomatic, even if it means biting my tongue. Nah. Sometimes you cannot be diplomatic. And I'll write this. All cybernetics have limitations. If CO458 is being modified, the most they could do is enhance his optic nerves. They are gonna do that as far as I know. Still invasive and perverse, but once he's endured the anesthesia and intense PT regimens, it ultimately won't affect his daily life. They wouldn't risk harming a valuable young subject with anything more extreme. Ooh, is he gonna get the arm first and then the cybernetics? The cybernetic eye? Uh-oh. Hopefully, the worst will be over soon. CO458's still alive. Do we know that? Well, we do, because the other game. But once he's gone through processing, I'll make every effort to place him in an environment better suited for a child his age. I don't think... If we were referred to as an intern, I don't think we have the authority to do that. But first, I need to think of an appropriate recovery gift. Something I can fit in my lab coat pockets. What are we gonna give him?